You're listening to the John and Heidi Show, now featuring the wit and wisdom of Dan Farris.
Okay, dudes, let's walk this sucker.
On Sunny 93.3.
Time now for the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Farris, brought to you in part by Reaper Arsenal Coffee. Smells like freedom. You know what's funny? On Facebook, there are people that know we say that now because they on their page, they said, your coffee smells like freedom. So that's kind of nice.
That is cool.
You'll be able to actually purchase your own starting this Saturday.
2 p.m. They're going to unlock the doors.
At Reaper Arsenal in Brandon.
I'm so
We're
excited.
going to flood in there like a bunch of lunatics and buy every single item he has.
Going to be something else. I always liked this guy. And hard to believe he passed away at just 46 years of age. Andre the Giant.
Oh, yeah. That was really sad.
Birthday
yeah.
this day. Yeah, loved him in The Princess Bride.
Oh, yeah.
He's just hilarious.
And there were
hello, pretty lady.
Yeah, he was
videos
funny.
And photos from like behind the scenes, and it just sounds like they had a blast working with him.
Yeah, he was an all around good guy. Great wrestler, too. Let's see. A couple rock and rollers having birthdays today. Peter Townsend of The Who is 76.
Okay.
The what? The where?
Why did I know he'd do that?
I know.
It's like, you know what? I know
The
what he's
why?
going to do well before he does it, and then he does
I
it
know.
anyway.
I just do it because I know you guys, you're looking forward to it. That's why.
Oh, I am just pins and needles. Bass player for ZZ Top, Dusty Hill, is 72 today.
Okay.
Name Joseph, actually, Joseph Hill. Dusty. And Joey Ramone, lead singer of the Ramones.
I love the Ramones.
Joey Ramone, real name Jeffrey Hyman. And a lot of people don't know this. Absolutely nobody in the Ramones was actually named Ramone. They were not related even a little.
No kidding.
In no way, shape, or form. Yeah, everybody just thought they were brothers. And,
Yeah, but
nope.
they're just a bunch of guys,
Nope.
none of them Ramones.
No blood whatsoever.
It's like the Thompson twins. They're not twins.
Same thing.
Yeah.
1960. Alan Freed. He's a New York DJ. He coined the phrase rock and roll.
Rock and roll.
Along with 8 other big-time DJs at the time. Going to court, accused of taking payola.
Oh, yeah.
Taking do-re-mi to play certain records.
Back when that was kind of frowned upon.
Yeah, and you know who key witness was in that whole thing? Dick Clark, who threw them all under the bus.
Did he really?
Oh, yeah, Dick Clark walked free because he
Huh. I guess I didn't know that part of the story.
Alan Freed, who was top of the heap back then through the 50s and into the 60s, one of the biggest DJs ever. Think Wolfman Jack.
Yeah.
Later on. That's who Alan Freed was.
Yeah.
He would die absolutely in poverty and alone because of that whole thing. So.
Oh, that's too bad.
1977. Burt Reynolds, Sally Fields, Jerry Reed, Jackie Gleason entertained the country. The premiere of Smokey and the Bandit.
Oh, yeah, that was good.
That was huge. And in 1992, a confused little girl named Amy Fisher shoots Mary Jo Buttafuoco in the face.
Yeah, I remember that, too.
Over a little misunderstanding over her affair with Mary Jo's husband, class guy, Joey Buttafuoco.
Yeah.
It was 1992. Amy now lives a quiet life, married with children, and what?
Nice.
Yeah, it's a true story.
Got things all figured out now.
The most bizarre thing about that, and I remember when it hit the news, and I was working with the fantastic, great friend of mine, Craig Maddock. Back then, we were teamed up, different station in town back then. And we so looked forward every day to doing this story just because we enjoyed so much saying Joey Buttafuoco.
Joey Buttafuoco.
Right.
There's just something about it.
That is kind of a fun name to say.
It really is. If I were going to legally change my name, it would probably be to that.
You'd be Danny Buttafuoco.
Yeah, the Danny Buttafuoco bonus hour. Sunny. Let's go with that.
Let's just do it.
As of today,
It somehow gives me more cred.
John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Danny Buttafuoco.
So, yeah, life is just that weird. Well, I know, you know, we all know. We can just stumble forward.
And we're going to do that. It is the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Danny Buttafuoco.
Hey!
Brought to you in part by Reaper Arsenal Coffee.
Smells like freedom.
Are you ready to travel again?
Join us for the best week of your life.
The Sands is an immersive Gen X era experience for 5 sun-filled and fun-filled days at Dreams and Secrets all-inclusive resorts in Cancun.
Enjoy music from Billy Idol,
Cheap Trick,
Little River Band,
The Hooters,
Tesla,
Wang Chung,
Firehouse,
Honeymoon Suite,
CNC Music Factory,
The Jets, and more.
Make plans to join us for the Sands.
October 25th through 30th.
Learn more more now at radiotravelgroup.com.
That's radiotravelgroup.com.
And now stuff Dan finds interesting. Yeah.
And it is time for Stuff Dan Finds Interesting. What do you find interesting today, Dan?
Every now and again, a story will come along, because let's face it, man, all you've heard over the past year, 2 years, whatever, when the police are in the news, it's always in a
usually negative.
Where
Yep.
police officers. Blah, 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 blah. Last week was National Police Officer Appreciation Month,
And
which
we
is nice.
appreciate
You
you.
appreciate them every month, by the way.
Yep.
We do, and this story just cracks me up. Situational awareness. And John Heidi, I don't know if you're like that, but for instance, when I'm like standing in a checkout line in a crowded store or whatever, I'm very aware of who's
Me
around
too.
me and what's going on.
Yep.
I love playing what if,
Yep.
putting yourself in that position. Well, if somebody actually just tried robbing this store, what would I do? I don't know.
Right.
It's just kind of a head
yeah.
game thing. So there's a police officer last week, Bay County, this is down in Florida, Sheriff's Major Jimmy Stanford. He's off duty. He's doing his shopping. He's not packing. And sure enough, here comes some lunatic with a hammer barging into the grocery store and bellows out, "I have a gun and I'm going to start taking people out." And apparently this guy's all, tweaked out, methed up, drugged out.
And he had a hammer, though. He didn't have a gun?
He's brandishing a hammer.
Okay.
And he's taken off and people are scattering, and that is a Rainbow Foods store. So, off-duty Bay County Sheriff's Major Jimmy Stanford sidles over canned goods and takes him out with a can of beans.
That is fantastic.
Yeah, it was like just a major throw, man. Here it comes. Fastball. Boom.
That is fantastic. What a stud.
Calls in for support. Police arrive, cuff and stuff. Young Justin Taylor, Stanford, no relation, and off to jail he goes.
So both of them had the same last name?
And turns out when they came in, and he had come too, because he knocked him down with a can of beans.
Right.
And then basically sat on him. Well, when he was being hauled off, he went after one of the arresting officers' guns.
Oh, really?
Oh.
So they kind of laid a little beat down on him. So
Yikes.
there you go. But I just love that. Off-duty police officer.
I love that.
Says, well, here are my options, and this is what we're doing. And great arm.
That's very, very cool.
Sign him up. He's playing for the Tampa Bay Rays, maybe. I don't know.
That's fantastic. I love those
I just thought I'd share that because it kind of struck me as, okay.
I also find that interesting, Dan.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Wow, thanks, guys.
You're doing a good job.
Because it really is just stuff I find it.
But, you've done a really good job of finding things many people find interesting.
Well, I sure hope so. That's why I'm here. I try to consider myself, although very humble, somewhat of a national treasure, John.
Not nearly as much of a national treasure as Ranger Dan, who, for those of you wondering, whatever happened to that guy? He comes up next hour now. We moved his program. So if you were listening for Ranger Dan and you missed him.
Rumor was he just wanted to sleep in an extra hour.
I think so. Something like that. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Farris.
Addiction. It's a problem for many, and addiction can drive away those who love you the most. Addiction can also lead to the loss of jobs, broken relationships, and, if you're not careful, addiction can even cost you your life. Don't let addiction tear your life apart anymore. Get the help you need to defeat addiction and put the pieces back together in your life. Learn more at timeforrehab.com. We want to help. Timeforrehab.com. That's timeforrehab.com.
Time now for your morning coffee break, brought to you by Kaladi's Bistro on the corner of 26th and Minnesota Avenue in Sioux Falls. Mr. Dan Farris back in the studio here with, is this hard-hitting or fun?
No, it's fun stuff. And I think people this year I'm going to guess this is going to be more popular than ever. It's something that happens annually, and it's coming up this weekend.
Okay.
Statewide open house and free fishing weekend in South Dakota.
Yeah.
Now, this weekend, anybody in South Dakota can enjoy free entrance into all South Dakota state parks and recreation areas. That does not include camping. If you're going to camp, there will be the standard fees.
There will be the fees.
But you can go hang out for the day, whatever the case may be. A number of parks will be hosting special events as well to kick off the summer. Weekend also includes free fishing weekend. No fishing licenses are required. However, the regulations do stand as far as limits and whatnot and what you do catch and all that kind of thing. So, so that's a pretty big deal, man. You can go into any state park or area, lakes, waterways, whatever, bring the whole fam, and doesn't cost you a dang dime.
That's awesome. This weekend?
That is this weekend. It's 21st through the 23rd. 21st through the 23rd.
Love it.
Do exactly that.
Yeah.
Can I drive there?
Traipse around, do your thing. John, apparently you can do whatever you want, John. Unless you're wearing Crocs. One regulation here. Let's see, Section C.
No Crocs in the
Subtitle
park.
B. Yep, right there. Yeah. No Crocs.
Black and white. Nothing we can do about it.
Yeah, I suppose. Well, that's really cool, Dan. I like that.
Yeah, I just thought I'd get the word out there. If you're looking for something to do this weekend, well, there you go.
That would be a lot of fun. This is the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Farris, brought to you in part by our friends at Kaladi's Bistro on the corner of 26th and Minnesota Avenue in Sioux Falls.
If you're looking for special prices on some pretty amazing products, check out the website radiosavings.com. We're adding new items all the time, so you might find something cool. And you can save money when you buy stuff at radiosavings.com. One other thing many people like, many of the products you'll find at radiosavings.com are made in the USA. Good quality items at great prices. Radiosavings.com.
We can save you more.
Radiosavings.com. That's radiosavings.com.
Time now for Back to the Basics in Healthcare with Balanced Life Chiropractic. We have Dr. Harley with us. How you doing, Dr. Harley?
Good morning. I'm doing great. How are you this morning, John?
I'm fantastic. And we're right now kind of getting to the point where it feels like summer. And there's, if you drive by any ball field in town, it's filled with people. A lot of people out being active this time of year, aren't there?
Yeah, I always drive down 229 and see like that soccer field just full of people. I was like, wow, a lot of people like soccer.
Yeah, so summer season is here, and that's also sports season. And with sports, there can also be some injuries, but maybe a chiropractic can help.
Yeah, there's a couple ways of looking at that. You can look at just like exercise-induced soreness, aches or pains from that, or even injuries like sprains or strains with joints or ligaments. So, I mean, I actually started going to the chiropractor due to sports injuries. I had ribs knocked out of place in basketball, always rolling my ankles in softball. So for me, it really made a huge difference to how I played, was just making sure that I was staying healthy. And when I did have those aches or pains, that I was going and getting tuned up, so to speak. So that really helped me. In general, for a lot of people, sports, they've wanted to keep doing them. Like, I look at a lot of professional athletes. Did you know that every football team has a chiropractor on staff?
No, I didn't know that. That's pretty cool, though.
Yeah, that's awesome. I mean, not necessarily that Tom Brady quotes that chiropractic's the reason he's been going so long, but it's definitely helped.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt, does it?
Yeah. I mean, I wish I could be in my 40s and still like playing, professional. Not that I ever played professional, but, college or whatnot.
I'm in my 40s and I can't even watch a football game. So.
Fall asleep, John.
Yeah, kind of.
So, I mean, really the biggest thing is just making sure that the bones are in proper alignment, so the muscles aren't pulling on them unevenly and causing those aches or pains so much, that making sure that the brain and the body are communicating better, which equals to more efficient movement, which of course is going to improve your performance. I know I've had some patients that really love to golf, that they want to stay in tip-top shape for golfing, and even noted that after they started care that they took a few strokes off their golf game. So, I mean, what amateur golfer doesn't want that?
Absolutely. So if somebody listening right now, maybe they're involved in a summer sport of some kind, or maybe their sport is literally just being in their own yard, doing their own thing with their kids or grandkids, chiropractic can kind of help them be the most valuable player, can it?
Definitely.
That's a sports term, right?
Yes.
I'm not a sports guy.
You're not?
Not at all. But I do know that there are a lot of people that when it comes to sports injuries, like you were saying, that's kind of how you were first introduced to chiropractic.
Yeah, I know like knees are really common, but I look at all our joints kind of need to stay in proper motion, and it's one of those you use it or lose it kind of thing, especially as we get older. And I also look at joints as, think of your tires on your car, that you get them rotated periodically, right?
Yeah.
Now imagine if you didn't, you start to get bald spots.
Yeah.
Well, that happens in our joints as well, as they get shifted out of alignment and it starts causing uneven wear and tear on those joints. They're going to start to get bald spots just like your tires. So making sure that they're in proper alignment is going to help them, last longer and, keep you healthier in the long run as well.
And that is good whether you're playing sports or not.
Exactly. If
somebody listening is going, hey, I'd like to chat with this young lady and get some more information, how do they get a hold of you here at Balanced Life Chiropractic?
Yeah, they can give us a call at 605-215-1785. Shoot us a Facebook message on our page, Balanced Life Chiropractic, or send us an email at info@balanceLifeSD.com.
Very nice. Thank you so much for your time.
Yeah, thanks. It's always a pleasure talking to you, John.
Absolutely. Again, back to the basics in healthcare, brought to you by Balanced Life Chiropractic. Their website, once again, Balanced betterlifesd.com.
I kind of feel like I've been talking about bettercreditcards.com forever now, but we want to mention that bettercreditcards.com is designed to help you get a better credit card. Why should that matter to you? Because this can save you money every single month. There's no fee to check it out, so when you get a minute, click on the website bettercreditcards.com and see if we can help you find a better credit card. Do it today. Bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
Time now for Ranger Dan's Critter Corner.
Well, I'm ruggedly handsome. I'm a heck of a man. I mess around with nature whenever I can.
He's Ranger Dan.
Yes, sir, I'm Ranger Dan. Well, I love the little critters and the big critters, too. Like to cook them up in a tasty stew.
He's Ranger Dan.
Yes, sir, I'm Ranger Dan. Well, it's time for Critter Corner right here on Sunny. If you like the show, then send me some money.
He's Ranger Dan.
Cash and credit card only. Yes, sir. I'm Ranger Dan.
Good morning, Ranger Dan.
Good morning, Ranger Dan.
All right, Phil, snappy little salute off the wheels, Dodge Brim with the Ranger Dan cap to you, too. What's happening over there, Huck? Hello, Heidi.
Ranger Dan.
Yeah, I'm all jacked up with nowhere to go. I couldn't help it over here when I was driving in my government issue pickup truck here. I overheard that Don Farris fella talking about some kind of free fishing weekend.
Yeah, this coming weekend.
In South Dakota. Of course, that piqued my interest. I'm sure I'm involved in that in some way, shape, or form. I'm just not sure.
As a ranger, yes.
Well, here's the thing. Sure, this weekend, maybe you can fish for free around South Dakota, but here's the thing, and I'd be remiss if I didn't point out, because it's something we've been working on. Heck, we started last year, and it was huge. Huge, I tell you, huge. Absolutely huge. Just a quick reminder here that Ranger Dan Enterprises, which happens to be a subsidiary of Ranger Dan Global, has coincidentally scheduled the second annual hook, line, and sinker fishing license blowout sale for... Look at this Saturday morning. This is for South Dakota residents and non-residents alike. We're going to be hunkered in over at Northview Bait and Tackle on North Columbus Avenue for a couple hours only. We're just going to be there from 5 to 7 a.m. Now, here's the situation. Did you know a South Dakota residence license is going to hook you for $30? Okay. Non-residence license is $70 plus whatever. So here's the situation. We're going to give you an opportunity during this sale. You can get yourself both for just $19.95.
Whoa!
Both for $19.95. That's savings of, let's see here, you got 30 plus, 70 plus, maybe a tax in there somewhere, administrative fee, not sure, then you're only paying $19.95. That's savings of probably, I don't know, save around $100. Ranger Dan's second annual hook, line, and sinker fishing license blowout sale. Again, it's this Saturday morning only. You just look for the Rust and Tan 2003 PC Cruiser with the mini blinds flying the Nebraska license plates. We'll be parked by the big propane tank there in the parking lot by Northview Bait and Tackle. North Kiwanis again from 5 a.m. to 7 a.m. We'd go longer, but Northview actually opens at 7:30, which we learned last year, and we don't need that kind of headache. We'll see you there. Down out to next Critter Corner. Say it with me.
Yes, sir.
Addiction. It's a problem for many, and addiction can drive away those who love you the most. Addiction can also lead to the loss of jobs, broken relationships, and, if you're not careful, addiction can even cost you your life. Don't let addiction tear your life apart anymore. Get the help you need to defeat addiction and put the pieces back together in your life. Learn more at timeforrehab.com. We want to help. Timeforrehab.com. That's timeforrehab.com.
Here's your Market Beat Minute for Wednesday, May 19th, 2021. Equity markets tried to shake off Monday's malaise on Tuesday, but weaker than expected housing data put a damper on sentiment. The April read of housing starts and building permits shows the number of housing starts declined nearly 10%, with a notable 13% decline in single-family homes. The figures are a sign of the impact of rising lumber prices on the housing market in the face of rising demand, and they may not bounce back anytime soon. Wednesday markets will be focused on the FOMC minutes, which are scheduled to be released at 2 p.m. The minutes are not expected to show much change in terms of FOMC sentiment, but may include talk about inflation. If the FOMC makes notes of rising inflation, it could be the straw that breaks this market's back. You can get the inside track from Wall Street's brightest minds delivered directly to your inbox every day at marketbeatminute.com.